Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is presented to you by Samsung Canada as the visiting Windsor Express are taking on your Mississauga Power. We'd like to thank you everyone for supporting the Kidney Foundation of Canada for their closing donation program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and move your hats for the singing of the national anthem. Performing the anthem for us this evening, please welcome Glen Haven Concert Band. Concert Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups. First was a visiting Windsor Express. Out of Toronto, Ontario, at point guard, number 5, Josh Collins. Out of Nebraska, at shooting guard, number 44, Ryan Anderson. Out of Auburn, at small forward, number 15, Quennell Brown. Out of Montreal, at forward, number 10, Kevin Lydell. And out of Chicago, Illinois, at center, number 2, DeAndre Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Windsor Express is Bill Jones. All right, let's welcome to center court, Mississauga Power, Gansky!
He just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know. But no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For tonight's contest, Bruce Holbert, Otis Holkovich, and Jeff Baum. Ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome to center court, Senior Program Manager for Kidney Clothes is none other than Sylvia Crumell. Good evening,
Thank you, everybody, for coming out and bringing in your gently used clothing and helping support the 1 in 10 Canadians living with kidney disease. If you missed us tonight, please feel free to host a clothing drive or reach out to us on kidneyclothes.ca. Thanks very much and enjoy the game.
Thank you, Sylvia. This time we'll do our ball delivery, as Powell will be doing the ball delivery for the Kidney Foundation for the official game ball delivery. This one is brought to you by Mississauga News. Mississauga News connected
And now we're
to your
going to do the
community.
tip-off now.
Proud sponsor of the Mississauga Power.
Yep.
In the center for each team. She's going to throw it up, right?
Yeah, and they should be sending players. Okay, can we announce the ceremonial tip-off now?
At this time, we'll have our ceremonial tip-off, as we'll represent it from
The Express are rolling into Mississauga. Hello and welcome to the Hershey Center tonight for the Express taking on the Power. I'm Jeremy Pearl, alongside me, Randy Urban. And
What's going on, people?
Back to good one tonight. Power coming off a huge win against Halifax the other night, and they're looking to build off that. What did they do well in that game?
Oh, Mississauga pushed the ball, ran the floor extremely well, got the defense on their heels, and their pick and roll action was great with Tyrone Garland.
Power starting with Omar Strong, Tyrone Garland, Marcus Capers, Paul Cooper, and Travis Relaford. Relaford 1 rebound shy of a triple-double his last outing, 16, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. Countering for the Windsor Express, also coming off a huge win over the Halifax Express, or Halifax Rainmen. DeAndre Thomas, Josh Collins, Kevin Wiesel, Quinnell Brown, and Ryan Anderson. Travis Relaford starting off where he left off. Easy 2 for him.
I love Relaford's body control when he takes his 2 steps. He has a great way of gathering himself, laying it softly off the glass. Ryan Anderson misses from downtown.
Ball's on the floor. Garland gets it from Cooper, and he knocks down the jumper.
Well, Collins was right there trying to whack that ball away as he rose up, but Garland starting off, picking up where he left off last game. 26 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, couple of steals, took care of the ball, just 3 turnovers.
4-0 Power lead here in the early going. Brown spins off Capers, high off glass, gets it to fall.
Well, that's the guy you got to watch. One of the top scorers this league has right now, almost 19 points per game.
You can expect the Express to rely a lot on Quinnell Brown and Ryan Anderson. They have 3 players out as Garland knocks down another jumper. Tony Bennett out with a calf injury. Gary Gibson out with a groin injury. And one of their best overall players, Chris Commons, out with a serious knee injury. They're very worried about him.
They're just decimated right now, Jeremy, and it's hard to make up with, Tony Bennett plays 36 minutes per game. Chris Commons, 36 minutes per game. Those are 2 studs on your basketball court. They're their second and third leading scorers, 17 and 16 apiece. How you make that up, I don't know, but Coach Bill Jones is going to do something.
And it really changes the dynamic of your roster. I mean, you have Josh Collins, who used to come off the bench, Kevin Wiesel, who used to come off the bench. Ryan Anderson is a tremendous weapon off the bench, and they've all been moved into a starting role. And how does that alter your thinking as a coach?
Well, it's a game of basketball players where they just got to step up. One man's down, the next man's got to step up. Unfortunately, with Windsor, they got 3-4 guys down, so it's a depleted bench right now. That means a lot of guys are going to have to play a lot of minutes and not get into foul trouble, like that unnecessary foul right now from Kevin Wiesel.
Kevin Wiesel picks up his first foul. That basket will not count. 6-4 Power lead, 9:15 left to go here in the first quarter.
Well, he just shoved him. No need for that. especially when your team is so decimated by injuries.
Garland.
But it's always a little physical when these two teams hook up, though, Jeremy. DeAndre Thomas certainly doesn't shy away from contact.
Omar Strong able to get away for a 3. That one is long. Ryan Anderson picks it up. Taking it at Garland. Tries to contort, but will draw the foul. And he will go to the line. Chance to tie this game at 6. Anderson, an 80% free throw shooter this year.
You know, going back to that question, Jeremy, about how do you sort of make do with what you have, and unfortunately, guys that are going to be playing extended minutes may not be used to playing extended minutes. Now, Ryan Anderson has been able to do that in this league. He was a premier scorer last year, so I'm sure he'll have no trouble blending into the heavier role. But, you know, DeAndre Thomas, he's used to playing 26 minutes a game. You might need him for 36. So how does that affect his play, especially in the fourth quarter? He's a bigger guy, doesn't get up and down the floor as easily as maybe some of the guards, but don't get me wrong, he is as nimble as they come for that size. But
Relaford with the bad giveaway. Brown.
Good defense.
Relaford makes up with it, shutting down Brown. Kevin Loisel does pick up the rebound, though. Out to Thomas. Thomas spins away from Cooper and throws it down with the left hand.
I mean, that was too easy. But that's what we're talking about.
How
This
many
guy
300-pounders do you know can do that?
one. He just did it. It's amazing. But you got to play better defense there if you're Paul Cooper. You can't be letting the 300-pound guy just spin around you.
Ryan Anderson thought he had a clean steal and a breakaway. Instead, ref calls a foul. Tyrone Garland getting lucky there. 8-6. Windsor on top for the first time tonight. Warren Ward, 28 points he scored last time out. He will come on for Omar Strong.
Well, that was a quick substitution. Omar Strong, second in the league in scoring.
Over and back called as Warren Ward inbounded on the other side of the backcourt. Ref said, Coach Kyle Julius said they asked, and refs say they didn't. It's an unfortunate giveaway.
Well, you can pass it back like that after a that basket's not going to count. But you can pass it back like that after, you know, when you begin a half or begin a quarter. But I don't think when the foul is right near the line there, you're afforded that luxury.
Basket on the play. Foul number 34, Travis Relaford, his first personal foul.
An unfortunate giveaway turns into free points for the Express.
Well, that's one thing they're going to have to cut down. You know, you saw that last game, Mississauga, 5 turnovers in the first quarter, and they finished with 6 in the half. So first quarter they were great. First quarter they were careless with the ball. Second quarter they were great. So you have to see more of that, especially if you're undersized. You got to take advantage of your speed, your athleticism, play with some controlled chaos if you're Mississauga.
And you bring up the size. That might be one of the reasons why Coach Julius went to the early sub to bring in Warren Ward for Omar Strong.
Right.
Capers lines up the 3. That's short. Relaford gets it to Ward, who gives it to Garland. His 3 is long. Quinnell Brown knocks that
Oh, that's got to be
out of bounds, and that will be Mississauga ball. Ref just messing with everyone for a quick second. Capers off the inbound. Ward has it now.
Well, this is
Trying
a
to
good
get past
matchup.
Anderson with solid defense. Capers gets the rebound, and he is fouled but comes up limping.
I think he'll be okay, but that is going to be a good matchup. Warren Ward and Ryan Anderson, 2 guys about the same height, 2 guys that can fill it up. Good defense on that first possession, though, from Anderson.
So Capers will be at the line. His first free throw opportunity of the evening. Makes his first. Capers a 64% free throw shooter. Capers 2 for 2 from the line, bringing this back to a 2-point game. 10-8, 7:30 left to go here in the first.
Nice little crowd here on a Saturday night in Mississauga. They look to be energetic. Hopefully the Power can oblige with a W. Nice move.
DeAndre Thomas moving his way through the lane. Ward steps. Garland. Garland slows it down. 15 on the shot clock.
Well, you got to get it to Ward here. He's got a mismatch. He's got Collins on him.
Garland gets it to Cooper. Cooper finds the rim.
Well, he hesitated. Didn't go up strong. Didn't know. He not used to hitting the ball at that angle, maybe.
Cooper trying to steal it.
Good pass.
Thomas. Anderson open for three. No.
See, DeAndre Thomas is a basketball player. He makes the right play almost every time.
Garland.
Look at that.
Gets it to Capers. Capers fouled by DeAndre Thomas. That'll be 2 on Thomas.
He's going to take a quick seat here. Jamarcus Ellis will check in. As will the man affectionately known as KWJ, Kirk Williams Jr., the ex-Mississauga Power. Fan favorite. We got some heckling fans here today, Jeremy. One guy's just calling Capers by his first name.
Capers, 3 for 3.
Telling Marcus Capers not to think about it. I think he's doing pretty good.
Capers
4 for 4 now.
4 from the line, and this game's tied at 10. Collins puts it up, gets the floater to drop. Now it looked like offensive goaltending, but
Cornell Brown was definitely in the area, but I think the ball was pretty much down when he touched the rim.
Relaford, the pullback, bailed out by the foul, and that'll be 2 on Kevin Wiesel.
Foul on number 10, Kevin Wiesel.
Rim touching.
Substitutions coming on in. Number 22,
Jamal McQueen checks in for the Express.
So 2 starters now in foul trouble for Windsor, which is good news for Mississauga. Doesn't help their chances with all the injuries, and now you got 2 starters in foul trouble.
And a big difference. I mean, it's still incredibly early, but so far 5 for 5 from the line. In a game like this, free throws really matter. We saw that in the game where the Power won by 1 point, 100-99. The Express missed 50% of their free throws.
Well, that was it, right, Jeremy? The games are won and lost at the free throw line, and it's a good start when you're 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 for Mississauga.
Collins, the Windsor Lancer grad. His former mates came up with a huge victory last night, defeating number 2 ranked Carleton.
Nice D. Warren Ward.
Kirk Williams Jr. gets his first points back.
Well, you know he's going to be around the rim every time that ball goes up. You have to find him and put a body on him.
14-12. Express lead. Widener dishes. Ward drives baseline. Up underneath. Yes! What a move by Warren Ward.
Oh, Kirk Williams Jr. can't run back here. Looks like he turned his ankle trying to defend Ward. He's going to try and run it out. Oh, he looks fine now, but he came up limping.
His jumper
maybe just
no
a
good.
stinger. Sorry, it must have been just a stinger.
And right now the lineup is in the Power's advantage with Loisel on the bench, DeAndre Thomas on the bench with foul trouble. Both teams going small. 5:07 left to go here in the first. We're tied at 14.
At the basketball court, the fastest is the winner. Everyone wants the opponent only to see one's back. Equipped with TP9, peak gradient acceleration technology. Freely break through the opponent's defense. Control the court with the speed. Now, pick up the ball, equipped with TP9, with the speed, get all the court. TP9, quickness. I can play, peak.
Here we got Chubbs. He goes by the name of Chubbs. He's not even that chubby. So name of the game, you get one shot. Do or die. You miss, you lose, you hit it, you win. You're playing for a $100 gift card valid for Rogers or Fido. Let's see that shot, buddy. Oh, unlucky, mate. Womp womp. Hey, let's hear it for his participation there. Come on. He needs some support after that joke of a shot. Sorry, Chums.
Tied at 14. Windsor inbounding underneath their basket, or power basket. Fresh shot clock. Collins put up the three. Finds rim. Rebound Widener. Widener looking to push the pace. Headman's to Garland. Garland will slow it down. Has a lane to the basket. Strong. Relaford there for the putback.
Well, we've seen now in a game and a quarter here, almost a quarter, Garland having his way offensively, either off a pick and roll or at that time just beating his man off the dribble, which is good news for Mississauga.
Jamarcus Ellis trying to take it to the basket. He stopped. Relaford double teamed in the backcourt. He turns it over. Brown steps. Fouled, counted, and one. Big play there by the Windsor D.
Well, they had Relaford trapped, and they used the sideline as that third defender, and nobody came to the defense of Mississauga.
Brown completes the three-point play.
Well, Kirk Williams Jr. didn't come back out for that after that timeout, so his ankle is clearly bothering him.
Foul number 15, Cornell Brown. His first personal foul.
17.
Foul number 6.
16.
Talk to them.
On the line, shooting 2, Travis Relaford.
It's a bit of a discrepancy with the score, and the assistant coach for Windsor thinks Jeremy and I can change it.
We cannot.
It's not in my job description, as much as I'd love to. Wouldn't lie, I'd give Mississauga.
The score is correct. It should be 17-17.
It's now 18-all, Jeremy. Let's just leave it at that. Start again. Mississauga into a zone here. Gonna try to make Windsor beat them from the three-point land, and that time, shot was off. I think that's a smart move from Coach Julius.
Ward knocks down the jumper.
But Warren Ward's jump shot is just so silky smooth. He was terrific the other night.
Oliver got a hand on it. Widener couldn't come up with it. In the corner. Brown steps out of bounds.
Well, 2 possessions of zone defense. One of them leads to a bad shot, the other leads to a turnover. So far, so good here for Mississauga. Are you trying to change the score, Jeremy?
I just want it to be right. It should be 20-17. Ball's on the deck. Relaford scoops it up. Kicks. Widener in the corner for 3. No.
Mississauga made a free throw, though, after their...
It was 16-14. Brown got the and one, which is a 3-point play, bringing it to 17-16 for the Express, not 18-16.
Right, but then they just hit a free throw. So they have 18.
Ward, bring it length of the court, called for a travel. 20-18, 2:29 to go here in the first quarter.
Let's just go with that score. 20-18. Mississauga with the lead.
Collins brings it across the timeline. Finds Ellis. Ellis finds a cutting Anderson. Anderson, his shot drops.
Well, he's the guy you have to watch if you're Mississauga. Obviously, Quinnell Brown is going to do what he does. But Ryan Anderson can put points up there in a
Oliver, the contested three.
Well, Oliver's been a big pickup for them. He can shoot the ball. Made a few threes, 2 or 3 threes last game.
Anderson, 10 on the shot clock. Down low to Parker. Parker, his shot's off. Oliver with the rebound. He gets it to Ward. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Ward trying to back down Parker. Brings it back out. Finds Oliver. Down low, Relaford. Guarded by Anderson. Spins. No. Collins there for the rebound. He pushes the pace. Leaves it for Brown. Brown guarded by Vernon.
This is a mismatch.
His floater doesn't fall. Vernon picks it up. Ward. Widener. Tray ball. Yes!
I like that shot, but Relaford was all alone under the net, and he just got bowled over. He's okay, but it's nice to see Widener hit a three.
Collins.
Gotta go.
Brown. Parker tips it. Ward runs the length of the court. 8-point swing.
You know what? I didn't watch him as closely as I'm watching him now. He is a silky smooth basketball player. I didn't watch him that much in Ottawa, but wow, can he play.
Brown's three off the mark. Ellis there for the rebound. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds to go. 28-22. Power up 6. Relaford holding under 10. 5. Relaford tries to cross off Ellis. He picks it off. Runs the length. Glass, yes, at the buzzer.
Well, great clock recognition, great defense. Jamarcus Ellis, coast to coast, laying it in before the buzzer. 28-24, Mississauga leads after 1. Run for the Express to end the quarter.
They will begin with the ball.
Well, I like what Travis Relaford was doing in that first quarter. 8 points, 3 rebounds, and Warren Ward picking up where he left off. 6 points in 8 minutes on 3 of 4 shooting.
Garland Capers trap him. Come up with the steal. Capers finger roll. Finds front rim. It rolls out of bounds. It will be power ball.
Well, this is not the same Windsor Express team that we're used to seeing. If you're just joining us, they're decimated with injuries right now. Chris Common out, Gary Gibson out, Tony Bennett is out.
Foul trouble on DeAndre Thomas and Kevin Wiesel.
You know, Jeremy, you lose Tony Bennett and Gary Gibson. That's 200 assists on the year that you're losing.
Capers makes a tough basket.
It's tough to make that up.
Ellis. Guarded by Capers. Carl Finley. Anderson with a hand in his face. That rims out. Capers scoops it up. Gives it to Strong. Strong, who had a quiet night the other night until the fourth where he hit 3 threes, but uncharacteristic night from him. Ellis with the steal.
That's 4 turnovers now for Travis Relaford, trying to do a little bit too much in the teeth of the defense there.
Offensive foul called on Jamarcus Ellis, putting his shoulder into Capers. Ward and Oliver check in for Relaford and Cooper. Garland, Oliver, Ward, Capers, and Strong on the court for the Power. Brown, Anderson, Finley, Ellis, and Thomas on the court for the Express as Ward hits another. Ward following his 28-point affair up with another strong start tonight.
Another zone defense here, this time a 1-3-1.
Power bench pleading for a travel on DeAndre Thomas, but instead the big man gets an easy 2.
If DeAndre Thomas can travel without anybody noticing it, I'd be surprised.
Ward lines up the 3. Spills out. Anderson. Headmans to Brown.
Oh, what a pass. What a pass.
Brown in transition.
Wow.
Garland. Oliver. Strong for 3. No. Capers. Foul to be called. It will be. I believe they called a double foul, which both teams don't like, but I think was actually probably the right call. They were both
grabbing each other. For sure. But that means Capers will have a seat on the bench, and he'd been playing some good minutes here early on in this second quarter.
Also sent Brown to the bench. So it will be power ball. Jump ball called. Arrow is in their favor.
Coach Bill Jones is getting close to having a technical foul called there. If he hadn't lost his voice, I think he would have gotten one. He was letting the ref know exactly what he felt. And it wasn't pretty.
A strong take. Offensive foul called.
Coach Julius pleading with Cooper just to run the play that they had designed. 32-28, 9:19 left to go, second quarter. Power lead. DeAndre Thomas is fighting heavily down low with Cooper.
Thomas has it now in the low post. Spins away. What a shot!
That's incredible. Look at him run back. He's so spry. He's one of my favorite players to watch, Jeremy. We talk about this every time these two teams meet up here in Mississauga. DeAndre Thomas is awesome.
Garland finds Omar Strong.
Yeah, let's go with that pick and roll action that works so well.
5 on the shot clock. Kicks, corner, Oliver, 3. No. Strong finds the rebound. Dribbles out of trouble. Ward, back to Strong. Buckets!
He just needed a little bit of a cleaner look, and he got it there. Great pass back from Warren Ward. Wonderful recognition. Now, Warren Ward could have shot that shot. Just lighten it up. He's got 8 points. Decided to give it to the second leading scorer of the league, Omar Strong.
Strong guarding Collins, who just checked back in. 5-on-5 action. Now in the post. Thomas, another fadeaway. That one's too strong, falls right into Cooper's lap. 5-point lead for the Power. Garland gets the pick. Oliver down low to Cooper. Cooper guarded by Thomas, nowhere to go.
He just tried to bump him and went nowhere.
Garland pull up. Falls right to Thomas. Headmans to Collins. Collins trips. And Omar Strong gets called for a foul.
DeAndre Thomas is such a wide body that he can box out, and he doesn't have to jump. The ball just comes, lands in his lap. It's hard to get around him. I know that was an inadvertent call, or an inadvertent foul from Omar Strong, but that was the right call. He got tangled up.
Offensive foul called on DeAndre Thomas.
Wow, that's 3 now. 7:45 to go in the second quarter. Windsor's coach going to have to make subs, and Kirk Williams Jr., his ankle looks to be okay, so he'll check back into this game. As well, Quinnell Brown.
Garland, guarded by Anderson. He brings it across midcourt. Gives it to Oliver. Oliver. Foul called. Refs are getting whistle happy now. Foul on Paul Cooper.
It's offensive foul after offensive foul here in this second quarter. 35-30 Power lead. 4.5 minutes. That's been in this second quarter. I feel like they've taken an eternity. I wouldn't know what eternity feels like, but I'm speaking in hyperbole.
Collins, Anderson lines up the 3. That's long.
Got to run here.
Garland has numbers with him. Finds Strong. Puts up the 3. Yes!
Wow.
Smooth as a butter.
He just needs a little bit of daylight. You know, when you're feeling good, you make one shot, you might as well just jack it up again.
8-point lead. 7 minutes to go. Wiesel left open. Looks for a 3 of his own. That's no good. Garland and Ward fight for it. Ward is the one who comes up with it. Gives it to Strong. Garland. Down low, Relaford. Loses the dribble. Falls to the feet of Quinnell Brown. He gets it to Collins. Collins. Wiesel. Blocked by Oliver. Late foul called. It looked like he got a bit of Wiesel.
Oh, that's the right call, Jeremy. I heard that from here.
Great hustle play, though, by Brian Oliver to be in the right place. Ends up as a foul, but you like the effort to get back.
Absolutely. He didn't have to use that big of a swipe, and that, you know, could sway the ref at times, but he liked the effort. 38-30 now.
Wiesel knocks down the first. Wiesel is 67% free throw shooter. He makes 1 of 2. Relaford finds the rebound. Widener checks in. A lot of shooters on the floor for the Power right now. Garland has a lane. Another offensive foul called, this time on Garland.
Well, that's great position from Loisel. He knew that Garland's motives were to get into the paint, try to lay it in. Stepped right in front of him, took it in the
I'm
numbers.
curious how many defensive fouls there actually are tonight. The majority have all been offensive. Collins. Well, there's a defensive foul called on Travis Relaford.
There hasn't been one call here tonight that anybody liked.
Are there ever?
Well, I mean, when I foul somebody, I tend to agree with it if they call it.
38-31. Quinnell Brown at the line. Good on his first. Garland's got 2. Cooper's got 2. Oliver's got 2. DeAndre Thomas has 3. Kevin Wiesel has 2. Quinnell Brown has 2.
That's a lot of fouls.
Relaford has 2. This game could get awfully interesting. Ward pumps, has a lane, off the glass. So smooth.
Well, this guy is becoming one of my favorite players to watch in the league. Warren Ward, 10 points now.
Foul called on Warren Ward. These teams can't go up and down the court without a foul being called.
Well, Coach Julius has to be careful here. He was practically serenading the ref all the way to the scorer's table. And now Omar Strong is trying to figure out what you can do here in this game without getting called. But there's a different energy in this game right now. I think the referees are sensing something that they want to, put a stop to before it starts.
Of course, we have a few partners in the house tonight. Don't be afraid to come down here and check them out. First of all, we got Mississauga Marathon. I could probably stand to do a couple of those myself. What's the farthest you've ever run?
Home.
That's embarrassing. What about you?
The 10K.
Hey, not bad, 10K. Hey, and don't forget, kidney clothes are down here. If you guys haven't donated clothes yet or don't have anything with you to donate, take the shirt off your back and give it to a great cause. You guys enjoying the game?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Go Power. Over here we got Novotel. It's a pretty high-class hotel, pretty fancy. They got lots of things to give away here. Frisbees, mini basketballs. Who wants a ball? Who wants a basketball? Let me hear ya. That's right. Make it rain. Hey, and last but certainly not least, we have Cher and the lovely Trish. Why don't you tell the Power Nation a bit about Cher's initiative?
We do a lot of agricultural work in Central and South America with the poorest of the poor. Every cent of your dollar donation goes to projects, and we're a local charity, so we're all volunteers too.
Hey, like I said, everything down here is for a great cause. Don't be afraid to come check them out, guys.
Seven-point lead for the Power. 5:55 left to go in the first half. Quinnell Brown at the line. He makes them both. Garland now. Ward, Relaford along the perimeter, 10 on the shot clock, back to Ward. Gives it to Widener. Widener looking for Strong. Strong pulls up the 3, no.
I don't love that shot, but if it's Omar Strong, I don't mind it. I mean, he just made 2 in a row.
Josh Collins, now Brown. Brown trying to back down Strong. Loses the handle. Ward picks up the steal. He's got numbers. Finds Widener. Gives it back to Ward.
Oh, he should shoot it.
The 3. Yes! Even with the hesitation.
Well, he didn't think he was going to be that open, so he had to recock it back. Warren Ward's got 13 in this ball game.
He had 20 at half on Thursday. Wiesel takes it. Dish, Anderson, 3. Yes, the response. Ward brings it up the court. Working on Wiesel. The crossover.
Whoa!
No love from the rim, though. That spills out.
Beautiful move from Warren Ward. Little shimmy shake. How do you do? That's a foul.
Quinell Brown, what a bucket.
Kirk Williams Jr. just got stood up, still managed to make a nice pass for 2.
3-point lead now for the Power. Ward leads strong. He turns, gives it back to Ward. 8 on the shot clock. Backing down Wiesel. Help comes, trying to go inside to Relaford. Out of bounds, Power ball. 4 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. You looking to get a ball in Omar Strong's hands?
Absolutely.
They get it to Widener. Comes off the pick. Yes!
That works for me too. Widener's second 3 of the game.
Collins gives it to Anderson. Wiesel spins baseline, gets the floater to drop. Garland working on Williams Jr. High off the glass, yes.
Can we talk about this lineup for Mississauga right now, Jeremy?
Pope.
Travis Relaford is playing the 5. Warren Ward the 4.
But they can score.
This is perhaps their most potent scoring lineup with Garland, Widener, and Omar Strong.
Basket will not count, but the foul was called on Tyrone Garland, and Ryan Anderson will go to the line. Anderson, good on his first. Anderson, so far 5 for 5, now 6 for 6 from the line. Majority of his points coming from the charity stripe. He's now got 11. Vernon finds Ward. Ward breaks down. Brown finds Oliver in the corner. Relaford, rather. Wiesel brings down the court. Shakes down Vernon. Count it, and 1.
Vernon just outsized there defensively.
Wiesel will go to the line with a chance to tie this game up at 47.
Well, I like the fight Windsor's shown here in the second quarter. Down a bunch of men. Key guys with foul trouble. You know, and Kirk Williams Jr. playing with a rolled ankle. Very vocal defensively here for Windsor. 3 minutes to go, second quarter, tied at 47.
Oliver calls for the travel. Timeout on the floor. 7 straight points for the Express. We're tied at 47.
Drink it big.
Windsor ball underneath their basket, tied at 47, a chance to take the lead. Under 3 to go here in the first half. Collins guarded by Vernon. Picks up his dribble, looking for an option, finds Wiesel. He spins off of Ward. 8 on the shot clock, pulls up, shot, no good. Capers there for the rebound. Now Warren Ward finds Oliver. Oliver lines up the 3, falls right to Capers, but he can't get 2 hands on it, and it goes out of bounds.
I like the offensive sets Mississauga's running right now. They seem to be getting that guy popping up on the three-point line open almost every time.
Collins brings it up midcourt. Quinnell Brown guarded by Capers. Switch, Ward covering Brown now. He drives, up, down, travel called. Vernon, Capers, Oliver, Relaford, and Ward on the court for the Power. Foul called on Quinnell Brown. That'll be his 3rd personal.
That means Jamarcus Ellis will step in for Quinnell Brown.
16 on the shot clock. Oliver inbounds to Vernon. Capers with it now. Along the perimeter. Finds Oliver. Oliver finds Ward. He pumps. Gets it stolen by Anderson. Anderson by himself stops, pops, can't get it to drop. Oliver with the rebound, headmans to Vernon. Vernon finds Ward, lines up the 3. Shot falls out, foul on Ryan Anderson underneath the basket.
Windsor's going to huddle up here. Kirk Williams Jr. spearheading that operation, trying to get his troops together here. Tied at 47 in a foul-plagued half here.
Ward to Capers, dishes, travel called.
Well, I don't think either team is going to like what they saw in the first half. Turnover after turnover, foul after foul.
20 turnovers combined.
It's amazing that they're halfway to the century mark here almost.
24 fouls combined. Fouls and turnovers the story. Anderson, 3, no. Capers to Ward. Ward steps. Foul called, and he will go to the line.
I'll be interested to see who the foul's called on.
Seems like Kevin Wiesel, the way he's pleading for it not to be. That's his 3rd foul.
Well, he was standing there, and it looked like Warren Ward stepped around him.
That's 3 starters for the Express with 3 fouls. DeAndre Thomas, Kevin Wiesel, and Quinnell Brown all with 3. Jamarcus Ellis with 2. Ward makes his first. Warren Ward just above 50% on the year. Under a minute left to go in the half. 2-point Power lead. Collins guarded by Ward. Anderson high off the glass.
Whoa. That one almost touched the rafters. So he yells at the ref on his way back and one.
Oliver gets that stolen. Anderson has a clear-cut breakaway. Avoids Vernon and gets it to fall. 51-49, Express lead. 3 seconds to differentiate the shot clock and game clock. Ward finds Capers. Corner. Vernon. No. Rebound. Knock to Ellis. Ellis trying to beat the buzzer again.
Good
Stolen
D
by
there.
Vernon.
Good D from Vernon. Didn't give up on that play. Thought his three was going to drop on one end. Great D to end the half.
Express end the half on a run. They're up 51-49 at the break.
At the basketball court, the fastest is the winner. Everyone wants the opponent only to see one's back. Equipped with TP9, peak gradient acceleration technology. Freely break through the opponent's defense. Control the court with the speed. Now, pick up the ball, equipped with TP9 with the speed, get all the court. TP9, quickness. I can play, peak.
Drink the pink.
Out of breath, going up and down the steps. Even when you wanna stop and you looking at the clock, you ain't gotta take a rest. Going at it with the best. You in the big league, that's a test. Welcome to the real world, push it to the limit, buy your cellar, do the rest. Got my head above the sink, looking in the mirror, what you think? I can have any drink that's on the shelf, but I'm smart, so I gotta drink the pink. Got my head above the sink, looking in the mirror, what you think? I can have any drink that's on the shelf, but I'm smart, so I gotta drink the pink.
Growing up in Toronto, following the footsteps of my family and all those that came before me, I learned the importance of staying grounded, to never forget where you came from, no matter how far you go. Drink the pink.
At the basketball court, the fastest is the winner. Everyone wants the opponent only to see one's back. Equipped with TP9, peak gradient acceleration technology. Freely break through the opponent's defense. Control the court with the speed. Now, pick up the ball, equipped with TP9, with the speed, get all the court. TP9, quickness. I can play, peak.
Looking in the mirror, what you think? I can have any drink that's on the shelf, but I'm smart, so I gotta drink the pink.
Growing up in Toronto, following the footsteps of my family and all those that came before me, I learned the importance of staying grounded, to never forget where you came from, no matter how far you go. Drink the pink.
Floor right in front of the power outlet, where you can get your toques, your shirts, and more importantly, you can get Power basketball bracelets, and these bracelets are only $2, guys. So come down, support the Power Nation, and get your merchandise.
Come on down.
Collins misses his first three-point opportunity. Garland, who has 3 fouls himself on the floor. Takes it at Thomas. Tries to get it to Relaford, knocked out of bounds by Ryan Anderson. Garland to Cooper. Finds Strong. Strong trying to gain any. He is fouled by Collins.
He was what?
Trying to gain an inch.
He was fouled.
He was fouled.
We had 12 fouls committed from Windsor. 13 fouls committed for Mississauga in that first half.
Garland puts up the 3. Quinnell Brown finds the rebound. Collins pushing the pace. Has Anderson. No look pass. Back to Wiesel. Yes. What ball movement.
Well, Collins, complete look away pass. Ryan Anderson, I thought, even had a layup. Decided to give it up.
Garland trying to go inside. Finds Wiesel. Wiesel almost gives it away. Brown steps out for the 3. Short. Rebound Strong.
Well, if you're Mississauga, you have to try to push on every possession. Take advantage of their speed, their athleticism.
Capers takes it at Brown. Fading away. Cooper there for the rebound and will be fouled by DeAndre Thomas. That'll be his 4th.
How he looked like he didn't touch him. He just body checked him out of the way. DeAndre Thomas trying to sell it every time. And Kirk Williams Jr., a quick sub here.
Thomas showing some frustration as he leaves the court, and understandably so. Only lasted a minute 30 before picking up his 4th. Cooper gets it to Garland. Garland dishes. Relaford in the corner. Back up top to Capers. Capers in trouble.
Shot clock at 5.
Garland, floater, no. Rebound, Collins. Strong sprinting back, Wiesel!
Throwing it down.
55-49, Express lead.
Oh.
Power yet to score in the half. Garland off the pass from Strong.
Well, it's certainly Windsor that's come out with the extra effort here, the energy.
Strong's shot no good. Anderson with the rebound.
And Coach Kyle Julius sees that as he's going to call a timeout here.
Hard pick set by Williams Jr. He gets it back in the post. Spins off Relaford, puts it up. That doesn't fall.
Oh my!
Brown tries to throw it down.
That would have been lethal.
Relaford goes the length of the court, fouled by Collins. And the Power will still call a timeout. Down 6 here in the 3rd.
Your phone? All right, it's time for the Samsung 30-second challenge. Let's see that video. Hey, one end and the other at one end. Hey, go far end.
What's up, Power fans? It's time for the Samsung Galaxy Challenge. I'll show you how it's done.
All right, so we have Caleb on this side. We have Austin on this side. Let's hear it for our competitors. Hey, whoever wins this gets a brand new Samsung Galaxy Active. Go. Both with the layup, now a free throw. Caleb drains the free throw, Austin breaks it. Caleb just needs the 3. Oh, get that rebound. No help from the dancers. We might have to disqualify him. Oh, he did it. With 7 seconds to spare. Hey, I just got to ask, what was this all about?
Gotta hit those trays.
Hit those trays, Power Nation. All right, let's hustle off this court. Come on. We got a game to play here.
Express lead here in the early goings of the third quarter. Strong on the inbound. Vernon.
Jeremy, I don't know if the people at home can hear the song playing, but It Takes Two is one of my favorite jams. Just thought I'd throw that out there for your mom.
Capers.
Shout out to your mom. Always listening at home. Shout out to my dad, he's here tonight. Thought you were going to shout him out for us.
He's there in the front row for the Paul Cooper show as he gets that layup to drop. Capers trying to lock down Brown. Brown passes out of the double team. Still guarded by Capers. Fouled by Cooper. Cooper looked like he accidentally stepped on his foot. That'll be his third personal.
Well, Coach Julius has some advice here to try to shut down Quinnell Brown. Quinnell Brown is just so strong, Jeremy. You saw him muscling his way down low. Quinnell Brown, 51% from the field, 40% three-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter.
It's his first miss from the line tonight.
20 points per game.
Makes 1 of 2, that gives him 15. Capers has a lane. Kicks to Strong. Looked like Capers passed up a layup. Foul called on Omar Strong.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. I thought Capers should have just gone up with that, try to initiate the contact. And Warren Ward is going to check into this game for Capers. Warren Ward, 15 points in the first half off the bench. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Terrific game if that was just it. We've got a whole half to play. Omar Strong trying to sell that push.
Anderson, just too much.
Well, Ryan
to
Anderson.
Get around Paul Cooper.
Ryan Anderson had a big first half, picking up right where he left off.
15 points, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Vernon almost getting away with the travel. Ward, Vernon, Strong. Down low to Cooper. He spins, he's trapped underneath. Gets it to fall.
Well, that was a strong, decisive move from Paul Cooper, which is what they need from him.
Strong with the steal. Can't get it to fall, and it'll go out of bounds off Paul Cooper.
It's rare to see Omar Strong take a two-pointer. Omar Strong is 120 for 300 so far from the field. Only 63 of those shots of those 300 are from two-point land. That is incredible.
It's impressive as Kevin Wiesel gets to the basket.
Jeremy, he's taken 237 threes.
That's a lot of threes.
Shooting 41%.
All including a league record 11 made threes. Warren Ward was looking for a 3. Kirk Williams Jr. finds the rebound. Seven-point lead now for the Express. Collins, guarded by Ward, gets the floater to drop. Ward looks surprised.
Well, Collins hasn't looked for a shot all game. He's primarily a pass-first point guard. Showed a little something on that hook shot in the lane.
Slow start to the half for the Power.
Yeah, just 4 points in almost 6 minutes.
Relaford inside, nice pass from the rookie Widener.
Well, Travis Relaford has to get going in this one.
Williams Jr. with the fast break bucket.
Relaford had 5 turnovers in that first half, only 8 points.
9-point lead. Relaford spins. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Brown. Gives it to Collins. Headman Sanderson. Anderson. Brown. Buckets.
Pretty play from Windsor there. Much to the delight of the Windsor bench as Kyle Julius is forced to call a timeout. Windsor with all the momentum right now, leading by 11, 5:51 to go, third quarter.
$66-55 Express lead here in the third. They're winning the quarter 15-6. Garland trying to get to the basket, does. Knocked out of bounds, it will be Express ball.
Well, the ball just hasn't bounced Garland's way here today. Had that wonderful game against Halifax with 26 points, 7 assists. Today, struggling a little bit from the field, 3 of 11, now 3 of 12.
Collins trying to get around Ward. Relaford steals it. And there's that beautiful Euro step we're so used to seeing.
Well, you need to get Travis Relaford involved, and he is the most effective in transition. Can't get away from that if you're Mississauga.
Anderson sells that foul call, and that's experience right there. That's someone who's played the game.
Widener just shaking his head. Mostly at himself. Can't fault the ref for that one. This is not the guy you want on the line either. Ryan Anderson shoots 80% from the free throw line.
He's 8 for 8 tonight. Ward brings it across the midcourt.
Whoa, Kirk Williams Jr. saw that coming.
Ward lines up for 3. Spills out. Alice with the rebound. Quinnell Brown lobs it up. Wiesel is there.
Well, Quinnell Brown, great vision on the court there to see the streaking Wiesel. There's got to be something called here. Number 32 getting tangled up with number 32. I think that's going to be on Kirk Williams Jr. Another double foul, wow. It's an interesting call. I guess they were just fouling each other at the same time. I don't love those calls.
Why even call it?
Well, call one or the other. Somebody initiated it, you would think.
So the double foul called on Cooper and Williams Jr. Widener lines up the three. That doesn't fall. Wiesel gives it to Collins, who gives it to Ellis. Ellis slowing it down as per instructions from Bill Jones. Brown lifts.
That's his spot right there. 15-footer baseline. Bearing it.
Lead continues to grow, 72-57. Garland spins. Travel called. Power unraveling here in the third. Losing 21-8 in the quarter.
I feel sorry for Coach Jones. Completely lost his voice, but he is coaching non-stop here. That's the Kirk Williams Jr. Mississauga knows all too well.
Garland finds Oliver, lines up the three.
Jeremy, 74-57. Just 8 points here in the quarter for Mississauga. 3:18 to go. Kirk Williams Jr. lines up a three in front of the bench. Who loves it?
Gives his former power mates a clap on the way by. Ward finds Oliver. Corner. Widener takes it to the rim. Yes! This was a 2-point game at half. Now a 19-point lead. Widener with the steal. Headmans. And fouled by Ellis. Great heads-up play by the youngster. Referees warning Bill Jones. Could be in line for a technical.
He's got to get to his spot. Bill Jones said, I'm here, I'm on my spot. $18-point game. 2:45 to go, third quarter.
What's the mindset of the Power right now? You're down big. Just keep chipping away. How do you break down this lead?
Well, you have to run the ball. First of all, you have to get out and run, play to your strengths. Omar Strong buries a three. That's chipping into the lead right now. Somebody just needs to get hot, and the defense has to tighten up. Too many easy baskets here for Windsor. Guys like Quinnell Brown catching it in their sweet spot like he did there. Power getting lucky. Just missed it.
Ward finds Oliver. Trying to get it to Strong, knocked away by Ellis.
Well, the intensity is completely all Windsor's here in this third quarter. Tipping every other pass. Their bench is up, cheering them on, shouting out instructions.
10 on the shot clock. Garland driving on Collins, step back.
You know, as good as Garland was, sorry Jeremy, as good as Garland was last game against Halifax, you know, Collins has stepped in and played wonderfully defensively for Windsor. You know, spot start, no Tony Bennett, no Gary Gibson. Josh Collins come in here and played a nice game, controlled the tempo. He's played 72 minutes the entire season. Well, that's a big start for him.
Foul called on Ellis as the teams were just playing volleyball around the rim.
Well, that's a foul. Like, I'm not sure.
That'll be his fourth.
I mean, he hit him in the arm. Like, he wasn't able to catch the ball because of it.
.140 left to go here in the third. 77-62 Express lead. Power just trying to chip away, get it to single digits. Garland drives, gets that to drop.
Well, just as I pray Collins is deep, he gets burned on a blow by Garland. See if he can get going here, third quarter. It's just 4 of 13 from the field.
Williams Jr. sets the pick. Anderson for 3. That's off. Oliver with the rebound. Oliver thought about the 3. Finds Omar Strong, who takes the 3. That's Strong.
That's Omar Strong. Ba-dum-bum.
Strong covering Collins. Oliver switches. Collins puts up the 3.
Gotta
Omar
go.
Strong with the rebound.
You gotta
Advance to
run.
Garland. Omar Strong has it now. Gives it to Warren Ward down low. Cross court. Oliver. No. Relaford pokes it loose. Shot clock turned off. Oliver, corner 3. No good.
He's misfired on a few threes here tonight.
Chance to bring it within 10.
I like the confidence though.
Holding for last shot. Brown puts it up. Strong heaves one last second shot. And that does not come close. So the end of 3. Express lead 77-64. Fourth quarter action coming up next.
At the basketball court, the fastest is the winner. Everyone wants the opponent only to see one's back. Equipped with TP9, peak gradient acceleration technology. Freely break through the opponent's defense. Control the court with the speed. Now, pick up the ball, equipped with TP9 with the speed through all the court. TP9, quickness. I can play.
77-64 Express lead. 12 minutes of basketball remain.
Jeremy, I like the way Mississauga closed out the third quarter, at least energy-wise. Tried to match Windsor's hustle, their effort. Omar Strong needs to get going, and I'd like to see Warren Ward get a couple of looks in isolation here.
Capers. Garland now. Relaford, too strong. Puts up the 3. That doesn't fall.
It's going to be a tough cover here for Capers guarding DeAndre Thomas, who's calling for it right away.
Foul on Omar Strong. That'll be his 4th.
And just as I say that, Coach Julius makes a sub. Paul Cooper checking in for Capers. He'll guard the big man down low. Widener checking in for Strong. Widener hit a couple of threes. I liked his shot tonight.
Well, the foul on Strong sends him to the bench. He's picked up his 4th.
Oh,
Anderson
big man's open.
finds DeAndre Thomas underneath.
He just does a great job of using his body, shielding the ball away from the defender, laying it up. He can't jump out of the gym, but you don't need to. Whoa! A truck hit him.
He just ran into a brick wall.
That was incredible.
DeAndre Thomas didn't even flinch. Anderson to Thomas, spins, offensive foul.
You can't call that. I mean, is he not allowed to make a move?
Widener runs back to the bench smiling, maybe a little bit of a flop, but that's gamesmanship.
That's incredible.
When you're down 15, you got to do anything to get a call.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm sorry. I feel for DeAndre Thomas. I mean,
that's his fifth. Hasn't been able to get in a rhythm.
Simply put, this game's more fun to watch when he's in it.
Ward's three. That's long. Collins rebound. Quinnell Brown.
He shoots it for 40%.
No good. Loisel rebound. Kicks out. Anderson. Buckets.
We saw that all last season, Jeremy. Ryan Anderson can flat out shoot it. That's a travel.
Garland. That's no good. 82-64. Express come out shooting to start the fourth. Parker. He gets it to fall.
Well, Cooper's got to be a bit better defensively there. You can't try to take a charge on somebody smaller than you.
It was a 13-point game. Now it's 20. The energy you liked at the end of the third is no longer there. Cooper, his shot's no good. Out of bounds, it will be power ball.
Cooper, I'd like to see him use glass on that play. Nice strong move. Got the defender onto the ground. Those are tough three-footers when you don't use the glass.
Vernon on the inbound. Gets it to Widener. Widener drives baseline, takes it strong, draws the foul. Nice move.
Oh, great dribble drive there. Got the step. Definitely didn't shy away from the contact. You like that from the rookie. .20 game, 9:54 to go. That's Mississauga's first point here in the fourth. Windsor opened with a 7-0 run.
The first overall pick makes both.
Nine points for Widener tonight. He's had a strong game.
Widener guarding Collins. Parker tries to get around Cooper. Puts it up, finds Ram Anderson. The first one there, out of bounds. What a hustle play by Ryan Anderson.
Well, that was terrific defense, first of all, from Paul Cooper. That's the kind of defense you need on every possession. And, of course, Ryan Anderson in the mix. Don't go down. Wow. Ryan Anderson. It's a couple of death stares for Mississauga's bench, and why not? Back-to-back triples.
Relaford, Widener, three, no. Relaford fighting for the rebound. Collins picks it up, gets it to Anderson. Anderson slows it down. Ward was looking for the steal. Collins finds Quinnell Brown. 8 on the shot clock, gets it to the lane, blocked by Vernon, foul called.
Well, Quinnell Brown knows a mismatch when he sees one. Vernon's played tough when he's been matched up with him, but he's given up too much size. Jabs Newby checking into the game for the first time.
Surprised by his lack of playing time.
Pardon?
I'm surprised by his lack of playing.
Well, he's played well here when he has been on the court. Just hasn't been on the court today. Coach Julius looking for something, anything to give his team a spark here. Down 21. Quinnell Brown hoping to make it 22.
He splits his attempts. 88-66. Newbie. Cooper. Cooper now. Gives it to Relaford. Relaford steps out for the three. No good. Newbie came flying in. Thought he drew the foul, but instead he's the one with the foul.
You know, I really like Windsor's defensive intensity here, especially in the second half. They only gave up 15 points in the third, just 2 here in 4 minutes. It's going to be 4 in a second.
Gonna take it himself. Throws it
down! Doctor!
And the foul. Maybe that'll get the team going.
That was incredible. The energy man, Capers, is going to check back into this game. I like that substitution. If you're going to make a push, you better make it now.
Down 19 after the made free throw.
I'll give credit to Windsor here, Jeremy, though. They've come into this building missing star players.
Collins throws that one away. Was a backcourt violation.
Oh, actually, Windsor's lucky on that play because I don't know why you would try to save that when all you had was Mississauga players behind you. Moisel's calling for a sub.
Julius was almost looking like, ref, can you just, maybe a little soccer, give me advantage.
Right.
As Ward was going to fly to the hoop. Capers. Relaford. Now Ward puts up the three. Buckets.
You know what? He was able to set his feet. That jab step allowed him to sort of relocate the ball in his hands, get a little bit more comfortable. You know, his threes have gone halfway down here tonight. Got that one to fly.
Foul on Widener.
Warren Ward now at 21. Just 2 of 7 from downtown.
He's not afraid to shoot, though.
Certainly not. Why would you when you can shoot it like that? Why would you be afraid is what I'm saying.
Anderson, his shot's long. Relaford with the rebound.
Gotta push it here. Don't let the defense get set.
Finds Ward, corner three.
No. They needed that. Needed that one. Ward just rushed it. He had more time than that.
Capers trying to cause the turnover. Anderson being guarded by Newbie now. Trying to trap. Parker has it. Able to avoid the double team, but can't get his shot to fall. Relaford will bring it up the court. Newbie. Widener. Pumps. Steps back. Three. Buckets! Power within striking distance.
Widener shot the ball well here tonight. 4 of 7, 12 points. Big minutes off the bench for the Rook.
Been amazing. We've collected over 400 pounds of clothing, and this will help to support the Kidney Foundation of Canada.
And this is just the beginning. We need to continue to donate. And how can people donate?
That's right. They can go online and check us out at kidneyclothes.ca.
Thank you. Now to Scotty.
All right, thanks, Seb. All right, we have our lovely dance pack out in the stands. The loudest fan in the stands gets this jersey, all right? So I want you to get up, get loud. We don't have long left in this game, all right? Let's get crazy. Number 5. Hey, what do you think?
I don't know.
Over here's pretty good too. All right. It's a tough call, but I think I found my winner. Here it comes. Oh, he needed another Rolling Rock. All right, guys. Hey. Good job, buddy. Hey, congratulations. Wear it with pride.
I almost killed myself.
88-75. Express inbounding after the Widener triple. Newby. Guarding Collins. Foul called. I believe he called on Eric Parker. That'll be power ball.
Parker in disbelief.
I think most people are.
13-point game here. 6:15 to go. This baby's not over.
Relaford has it now. Finds Ward. Ward for three. Sticks it! 10-point game.
Well, he loves the three from straight on as he looks seemingly into his parents in the crowd.
Brown takes it to the rack. Beautiful kiss off the glass.
Too easy.
Relaford has a lane to the basket. He is fouled by Parker.
A great step. Beautiful jab there from Travis Relaford. Just bounced back from that 3-turnover first quarter. He's got 12 points, 8 rebounds. Perfect from the line, 4 of 4. Hasn't been able to get the money ball to drop 0 of 3. But still having himself a solid game.
Relaford knocks his first down. He's, as you said, 4 for 4 from the line, now 5 for 5. Looking to keep this at a 10-point deficit. He does. 90-80, 5:35 remaining.
Well, buckle up here, folks.
Powered down as many as 22. Led by as many as 8. Collins. Bounce pass, Williams Jr. Yes.
Kirk Williams Jr., it seemed like every bucket he has, it's been right under the net. 11 points, 4 rebounds in his return here.
Ward, guarded by Williams Jr. 8 on the shot clock. Up top, Widener gets it from Relaford, dishes, Capers.
Whoa!
Met at the rim, and he is fouled hard and is in pain. Capers in pain, but pops up. That could have been huge.
Capers was trying to crown somebody. There was a meeting at the summit, Jeremy.
Foul on Kirk Williams Jr.
I'm not sure what the confusion is here. I mean, it looked like a pretty clear foul. It should be 2 shots for Capers.
I believe they're taking Capers out because he was injured, so they will bring in Omar Strong to shoot the free throws.
I mean, that works for Mississauga. I guess because Coach Julius made it onto the floor. So as soon as the coach comes onto the floor to check on a player, he has to come out of the game.
So they will check out Capers. And Strong hits both his free throws.
And I like that because Capers hit the deck pretty hard. You want to make sure he's got his bearings. Everything's all right upstairs. Coach Bill Jones saying that Omar Strong, who checked in for Capers, has to stay in the game for at least a possession.
Coach Bill Jones arguing that he has to stay, as you've been mentioning. The referees say he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't have to if you substitute him for somebody else, not Capers, and that was what they did. Paul Cooper checking into the game.
So 10-point game. Thomas into the game. Blocked by, fouled by Cooper.
Yeah, that looked pretty clean to me, but when you come at somebody from behind like that and you swipe down, majority of the time the ref's going to blow the whistle.
So Cooper picks up his 5th. DeAndre Thomas sitting on 5 fouls. Really hasn't been able to get into a rhythm, but has 8 points to go along with 2 boards.
It's hard to get into the rhythm when every 3 minutes you have to sit down.
Makes his first free throw.
Well, it's crunch time here. 4:42 to go.
Thomas is 68% free throw shooter on the year.
Look at him just palming the ball like it's nothing.
Makes them both.
Well, shot's nice enough. He should shoot a better percentage than 68. Make it when it counts, and that's what he does.
Newbie looking, finds Relaford. Relaford spins, puts it up, glass, no good. Cooper fighting for it. Wiesel comes down with it. Not the shot you were looking for in that situation. Wiesel turns the corner, guarded tightly by Relaford, tipped. DeAndre Thomas.
Well, the double's got to come a lot sooner than that. You can't have it come when he catches it and it's going up towards the net.
Newbie puts it up. Loose ball. Wiesel shots off.
Well, now everybody is a little bit wiser. They know the Euro step's coming.
Anderson almost stole it. Widener 3.
Oh.
Rims out.
The power needed that.
Collins.
Just muscling his way down low. Not much Cooper can do on that play.
DeAndre Thomas in a quick 2 minutes has been instrumental.
Jeremy, he's played 12 minutes in the game. He's got 12 points.
That's efficient.
And like I said, making them when it counts. 3 for 3 in the free throw line. In the last minute and a half, looking to go 4 for 4.
That rims out. Relaford able to stay in bounds. 97-82, 3:20 left to go. Newbie kicks. Widener finds Relaford, gets it back. Hesitates. 10 on the shot clock. High screen from Cooper. Splits the D. Kicks to Relaford. Ward. 3. Short. Quinnell Brown finds it.
Widener's pass to the baseline was just a little bit too off for Relaford to gather completely.
Quinnell Brown, his 3's off.
You got to go here early and often.
Newbie, corner 3, sticks it.
Nice assist from Travis Relaford. He could have taken that shot himself. Newbie, the better look on the baseline.
Foul on Newbie. Wiesel actually fell and kind of worked in his favor.
Probably knows it too. He's smiling at the bench. Coach Julius is going to call a timeout here. His team down 12 with 2.5 to go. Unfortunately, when we come back, Windsor will go to the line.
Hey, I'm here with Yvonne and Mike, and Mississauga Power would like to give a special birthday shout out to our 2 birthday boys. So let's make some noise. And if you want your birthday party at the Mississauga Power, just go to our website. Now everybody make some noise. We'll be giving away some free t-shirts. Look to our ladies.
Finds Oliver. The adjustment. Cooper tips it in. Wasn't pretty, but it works. I believe they're resetting the clock.
$99.87. 2:09 to go. Now, I don't know if I'm Mississauga who I foul here when it gets down to that time of the game.
84% from the line expressed tonight. Thomas deep 2. Wiesel gets the rebound.
See, that can't happen. I guess nobody expected Thomas to shoot. They weren't in position.
Weiner with the steal. And he will lay it in. 10-point game.
Oh,
Weiner, another steal.
Oh, he gave it away.
Trying to give it to Oliver. Power trying to cut this lead to single digits. Thomas gets that to drop.
That's a grown man.
Newby fouled. Can't get it to fall, and he will go to the line. 101-89, 120 left to go here in the fourth. Power trying to keep cutting away.
Well, the defense just hasn't been there, Jeremy. Giving up 48 points here in the second half after giving up 51 in the first half. Mississauga has relied on the 3-ball here extensively. 42 threes they've taken in this game, which is crazy to think about. 10 for 42 though, which is the bad stat. Just 24%. They shoot it a lot better than that usually. 35 on the season.
Offensive foul on DeAndre Thomas.
That's 6.
And he will foul out. 1 minute to go.
Well, he did what they asked of DeAndre Thomas. He came in and put points on the board. Impacted this game here in the fourth quarter. He'll sit out the last 62 seconds.
10-point game. Newby picks it up. Relaford pumps. Kicks. Widener to Relaford. Spins. Glass. Yes.
Relaford 16 and 11 now.
101-93. Collins wide open. Power opting not to foul. Down 8. 8 on the shot clock. 30 seconds to go. Collins kicks. Brown 3.
That's your game. Winnell Brown shoots it from 40% from 3. He just provided the punch.
Relaford responds with a 3, but it may be too little too late.
8 points, 19.6 seconds. Reggie Miller in the building.
What a shot by Quinnell Brown.
Ryan Anderson playing extensive minutes here. 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He's played 39 minutes, 26 points now. What a game. This is the Ryan Anderson of last season. Lit up Mississauga seemingly every time he came here. More of the same tonight.
Strong brings it up the court, puts up a 3. That's short. And that'll pretty much do it. 12.4 seconds left, 10-point game. Second game of a 3-game homestand. We'll see the Power lose to the defending champion Windsor Express. 106-96. Power falls short. A rough third quarter cost them this game. Only down 2 at the break.
Well, that was it. That was the difference. 26-15. The Power outscored in the third. As much as they put up 32 in the fourth, just wasn't enough. 10-point game. Hard fought, I thought, from both teams, but what can you say about Windsor? They do not start with Gary Gibson, Tony Bennett, and Chris Commons. 2 of those guys are their second and third leading scorers, and they come in here, put an effort up like that. Coach has to be happy.
Power play the Island Storm next Friday night. They lose this one 106-96. For Randy Urban, I'm Jeremy Pearl. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, fans. Jordan Widener, you can't deny that the Power came to play today.
Yeah, I thought, we came out with a lot of energy. Obviously, it could have been better, but I think, we're growing and we're trying to take one step at a time, getting better for the rest of the year.
Obviously, the result is not what you wanted, but in terms of growing, the team's gone through so many changes. What do you make of the confidence that you guys showed today?
Again, I think it's just continuing to grow together, sticking together through good and bad, and every single day trying to be a tighter family.
Now, even though you guys lost, do you think that there were moments where heart outdid Windsor's size?
I think, you can always play with a little more heart. You got to leave it all out on the floor. And today just, we came up short.
Well, you played fantastic. Thank you very much. Back to you, Carl.